In 2023, you guys were super receptive and positive towards the Cali Rod YouTube channel, and I want to thank you for that. In this video, I want to be transparent as to how much money did I make in 2023, how did I even end up here, some of the methods and techniques that I think gave me that early on success. Now, to be fair, it's only been a few couple $100, so I'm not going to quit my daytime job anytime soon, but I do think that this YouTube revenue could pay or support my hobby of hot rods and old cars. My plan is to use the revenue to buy things, whether that's parts or engines, to create content and hopefully create this snowball effect. Now, I know that this whole concept is really kind of enticing or intriguing to a lot of you. So whether you've been looking to start a channel or currently starting your channel, stick around to the end because I think I have a really cool way to work together, learn together, most importantly, grow together. Originally, the reason I started the Cali Rod YouTube was just to host videos that I can post on the website that would support the products that I was trying to sell on the website. So when I posted my first video about these switches, I wasn't surprised when I only had a few views since I knew that ultimately the website was driving the traffic. Now, where things got interesting is I went to the Winter Nationals, enjoyed the show, but didn't really want to take the 2.5 hour drive back home just yet. So I said, you know what, I'll try to shoot some content. Got home, ended up making a video, posted it on YouTube, and it did way better than the video about the switches. So I was intrigued, especially when I got to the Grand National Roaster Show, created a video, and around this time, the Ventura Nationals video started kind of going off when it came to views. Now we're hitting the thousands, 6,000, 7,000. So I said, maybe I should pay a little more attention to this YouTube thing. And before this, I never considered monetization. I never really even thought about making money on YouTube. So I started looking up how. Ultimately, it's pretty simple. You need 1,000 subscribers and 4,000 watch hours. And I also researched that it usually takes about 2 years for people to hit that mark. So then I kind of started pondering on, well, I don't just want to do videos on car shows since car shows don't truly happen that often, and I don't want to just be a car show guy. So I remembered that while I was building my hot rod, when I first bought it, I searched YouTube and the web for places that can kind of guide me through the yeses, the nos, the do's and don'ts about hot rods. And I had never found it. So I said, you know what? I'm at a point on my hot rod build where I'm in the final stages of building where I can create a video series to hopefully help people that are also looking for that content. And the people really liked it. I got a lot of awesome positive comments on it. And that's what really triggered the light bulb and wanted me to get to those 1,000 subs and 4,000 watch hours. But it didn't come easy. When I first started recording the videos, I tried using my fancy DSLR camera, the lighting, and it looked better. However, it was a crazy long process to download the footage, download it on the computer, edit it, export it. The whole thing was just really long. So I knew that if this was going to be a long-term thing, I had to be really efficient. This is one of the first key things that I want you guys to know. If you're considering doing this, think about efficiency. Sure, it's about quality, but it's also about quantity as well. So I made this thing where, you know what, I'm not going to use my DSLR camera, the fancy lighting. I want to edit everything on my phone. So from there on, everything was shot on my phone, edited directly on my phone. The only thing that I did on my desktop was thumbnails. Now, here's where I feel like I had the advantage. I had Selena. Now, it really takes a long time to hit record, walk around, start grinding or talking, come back, stop recording. Having her around really made it super effortless to just have her be able to hit record, hit stop. If it was a bad clip, delete it. This way, when I came to editing on my phone, all the clips that were on that camera roll were good clips. I didn't have to technically sort them by any means. That made my editing process way quicker. So efficiency, I knew, was the name of the game. Now, there is one clear thing that is different between good channels with good views and channels that don't get lots of views, and that is thumbnails. The good channels will always have consistent thumbnails with consistent text and colors that are really enticing, things that make you want to click. One of the things that I understood early on was that I'm not going to get thousands of views. So if you're not getting thousands of views and you have a really unattractive thumbnail that's not edited, it pretty much tells people it's a crappy video. They never click on it, and therefore your audience or the algorithm will never help you out and continue to promote that video. Now, I'm not a master by any point, but you can tell that the video series that I created has a certain fit and feel. This way, if I post one video, somebody enjoys it. A week later, I post another and it pops up. They immediately are connecting those colors, that style, that font with the Cali Rod brand. And again, are building confidence in the channel to want to continue to come back and watch. So I was pretty fortunate that I was actually able to hit my 1,000 subscribers in August, in about 9 months after I started taking YouTube seriously. So don't let those 2 years scare you. You can do it in 9 months, maybe even less if you start earlier on and take some of these tips and tricks and some from others and apply them to your channel. Now, once I kind of started getting close to this, I did do research on like how much money do you make on YouTube? And it's a kind of a complicated process, but will tell you this. I was pretty discouraged when on my first day of monetization, I made a whopping 7 cents. Now, as much as I was discouraged, Selena at the time was making the decision to start building her 32 Ford. And again, it's not really about the money. I actually enjoy creating this brand and editing videos, posting them on social. So I figured, you know what? I can finish the series on building my hot rod. I can start on her series. I bought a flathead, and things started really going off at that point. What I'm trying to get at is the growth on YouTube is always going to be exponential. I went from 0 to 1,000 in 9 months, and I went from 1,000 to 8,000 in a much less time. So don't get discouraged if you're at that 200, subscriber mark, that 800, you're almost there. It's likely going to get much easier for you once you become monetized. Not just because I think you're going to be incentivized and creating more content, but I think there is this trigger on the back end that goes, this person's serious. YouTube takes them a little more seriously and starts promoting more of their content. Like I mentioned before, making money on YouTube and how much you make is complicated. It's based on so many different variables. But the simple answer is that if you're making anywhere from $2 to $5 for every 1,000 views, you're pretty good. Now, I'm currently making about that $5 to $6 range for every 1,000 views that a video gets. In total, I've made $493 from September when I started monetizing to the end of 2023. Again, not looking to quit my daytime job here, but my goal is to make about $800 a month on YouTube so that I can have that revenue to spend on parts to create content like I mentioned before. Now, it is important to talk about one short that went viral for me and is now getting close to 2 million views. On shorts, you make about 10 cents for every 10,000 views that you get. So those 1.56 million views that I got is equaled out to over $100 in ad revenue. If you're thinking about a YouTube channel, just know that it's not all about the long form videos, these 5 to 10 to 20-minute videos. It could also be a channel just on shorts. Shorts themselves can be really beneficial and generate revenue for you and your hobby. Again, if you're starting out, focus on your thumbnails even more than you focus on your videos. Focus on keeping things effective and efficient. If you're not having fun editing, you're likely doing it wrong. Trust me, your phone that you're watching this on likely right now is more than capable of supporting your entire YouTube channel. Lastly, you don't need this crazy shot list, this whole plan. I would just say to start creating content on things that come natural to you, and those ideas will evolve. but find your niche. Whether you're a female, whether you're a male, whatever you feel is unique about you, you need to put that into your videos to make sure you stand out and offer value different than the other guy. Now, myself, I have a pretty deep background in marketing and branding. That is truly one of the reasons I feel I got some early on success with YouTube, and I want to be able to share that with you. Now, I'm going to be offering memberships. Before I go into these, don't forget that liking, commenting, and subscribing is totally free. But if you want to take it a step further, tier 1 is $3, and that lets me really recognize you. And I'm going to do my best to give you $3 of value any way, shape, or form that I can, whether that's through discounts when I come out with a shirt, discount for switches, or any other Cali Rod products. The next level is where it gets a lot of fun. For $7, I'm going to post a video monthly that is only going to be available to those tier 2 subscribers. And I want to talk about how much money did I make, what did I test out, what worked, what didn't. So if you're interested in these type of tips and tricks, techniques, and methods for your channel, you might want to check that out. Now, tier 3 is where we're going to be able to grow together. What that's going to allow you to do is set up a one-on-one meeting with me where we're going to talk about your channel, you yourself, and come up with really creative ways that you can authentically grow your YouTube channel. This can be multiple things depending on your channel and what your goals are. This could mean collaborating with me. If we live local, maybe at a show, maybe we kind of do this collab on a video series, who knows? The point is that for $24.99, let's talk, let's come up with some ideas, and if you continue to find the value, you can pay that on a month-to-month basis. Don't forget that when it comes to memberships, you can cancel at any time. Again, I want to thank you guys so much. If you have any questions, comments, concerns, feel free to drop them down below. If you end up signing for tier 2 or 3, I really hope to see you soon back here where we continue to talk about this channel and ways to grow. And if not, I'll see you back in the garage. Thank you.